Dear Sir, Madam, we are glad to present our research findings today at the 10th YSF Research Symposium, National Science and Technology Commission. The research topic which we are going to talk about today is a study of the role of IT solutions in the execution of public procurement and the possible environment impact. The researchers who have collaborated to this research are W.N. Sellahewa and myself, T.D. Samarasinghe. The content which we are going to cover cascades from the introduction, research objectives, methodology, results and findings, and finally the conclusion. What is procurement? Procurement is the act of making the right product or service available to the right person at the right time, at the right price, in the right place. Procurement implication can impact on the overall cost of carrying out the decision in any organization. However, in this globalized world, almost all the processes are becoming digitalized while manual systems are disappearing. In this context, procurement system has also been digitalized in most of the countries in the world. Therefore, e-procurement practices have been acquired such a popularity in the world. However, Sri Lanka is also moving gradually towards these digitalized processes and practices. In this context, this study has been conducted to identify the level of e-procurement usage in public procurement in Sri Lanka. Accordingly, the study has been conducted within the universities in Sri Lanka. The research objective is to study the role of IT solutions in the execution of public procurement and the possible environment impact. This study is mainly based on the primary data which has been collected through 3 focus group discussions which consists of 4 members in each group. The sample was made with the procurement officers, administrative officers related to the procurement in the universities of Sri Lanka and project coordinators, activity coordinators of the projects which is going on within universities of Sri Lanka. All the gathered data has been analyzed and presented descriptively. The normal practice of all the universities before the COVID-19 pandemic was physically attending such events and maintaining minutes and other documents related to all the important discussions manually. In this phase, telecommunication and letters were used to inform the event or meeting to participants. Most commonly used methods to communicate such meetings were email and registered post letters. However, as per the discussions, it was revealed that most of the universities are still following these traditional methods today as well.
When it comes to the findings, specifications are always exchanged electronically via email, but the approval process takes considerable time because of the lecturer or other appointed persons are not available at the university premises all the time. However, it is possible and efficient to get all the confirmation through an email, and the email thread can be used as the evidence. When it comes to the calling for bids, initially it was initiated quotations only via registered post. But when it has to re-invite quotations due to receive no quotations at first time, or if the respective approving committee not give the approval for tech report which has been awarded, the items quotations were recalled via email. That practice indicates that there are no hard and fast rules that to invite quotations only by registered post. E-procurement is the procuring or buying of goods, services, or construction of work through electronic media. Although such electronic bidding procedures are available, it was initiated to practice within only the COVID-19 pandemic. However, bidders have to send their quotations by registered post or courier service. It consists more than 300 papers for some quotations sent by suppliers. It is possible to imagine how much of a paper waste are the suppliers doing if they quote such quotations hundreds of times throughout the year. Allowing and accepting quotations via electronically would further save the environmental impact and money and energy of the suppliers as well. The information and communication system has a huge responsibility here to have a mechanism to keep backups. However, most of the respondents stated that electronic signatures are not allowed in this phase. If it allows to use electronic signatures on bidding documents, after circulating the soft copy of the bidding document among the relevant personnel, they can put the electronic signature after checking the accuracy of the details in the bidding document. Bid opening process. In the normal practice, quotations are receiving time to time within the allocated period of time. Bid opening process is totally manual in universities in Sri Lanka, but bid opening process is totally run by electronic mode in the countries like India. E-procurement software is the enterprise system that automates and integrates the spectrum of an organization's procurement cycle. A good solution for e-procurement software will increase the transparency of spending and approval process. Approval for tech report. Just like in other stages, approval for tech report also has become manual at universities in Sri Lanka. Approval for tech report is granted by DPC, MPC and RPC. There is no any electronic procurement methods are following by this phase by Sri Lankan universities represented in selected sample. But if it uses the electronic procurement method, it is possible to send the electronic version of the tech report prepared by technical evaluation committee to the relevant procurement committee by as email within just a second. Sending purchase orders. Once received the approval for the report prepared by the Technical Evaluation Committee by considering the price proposals provided by the suppliers and others, it writes purchase orders manually and sent to the relevant suppliers by registered post. It takes several days to reach the purchase order to the suppliers by post. However, if the purchase order sends to the relevant suppliers via email, the same expected results happens and it takes only 2 seconds to reach the purchasing order to the supplier. The current practice of most of the universities in Sri Lanka is before sending the purchasing orders by registered post, scan the purchasing order and forwarding to the relevant suppliers by an email.
According to the findings of the study, it was revealed that universities in Sri Lanka is following traditional ways to conduct their procurement activities. Universities in Sri Lanka are relied on manual procurement processes and practices, although some inefficiencies are there. Although some procurement officers are well aware of the inefficiencies, they have become muted, just following the red tape bureaucracy embedded in the university system. Almost all the officers from top to bottom are concerned about their job security, and anyone will not go to break the existing rules and procedures because of that. Anyone does not forward to reveal the drawbacks or inefficiencies of the system. The benefits such as cost reduction, transparency, increasing productivity, eradicating the paperwork, upsurge transaction speed, consistent buying and reduced mistakes are possible to obtain with e-procurement. Therefore, the current paper is provided some insight to the decision-making authorities to take initiatives to move for e-procurement system. The referred literature for the research are as follows. We have come to the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for the listening to us.